Hello guys, it's Javius, and welcome to August Roundup Part 2. There's a lot of stuff coming out. Um, I think for now I'm gonna have to do at least 2 of these a month, because, I wanted to do, if I have something a lot to say about a game, I'll do a full review. But if I just have a few quick comments, then I don't have much to say, but, alright, well, there's gonna be 2 exceptions to this Roundup video. Um, I'm going to be doing full reviews of Castlevania Lord of Shadow Ultimate Edition for the PC and Lost Planet 3 for the PC, so I will not be talking about those here. I will probably also do another one of these roundup videos in early September, because there's a lot of games coming out in early September. In the second half of September, I'm probably going to be doing GTA 5 and then another roundup video. But on September 3rd, I'm going to be doing a full review of Rome Total War 2. So that's how my review schedule's looking right now. Matters what else comes out, but anyway, let's get to the games. First game, Space Ace. Space Ace was made by the same guy that made Dragon's Lair, Don Bluth. He did all of the animation and stuff for it. It looks very Disney-esque, and that's because he used to work for Disney. And this plays almost exactly like Dragon's Lair. It's like joystick, DDR. It's memorization. It's really cool, and it's nice. And if you know what to do, it's nice to just watch the game, because the game's very enjoyable to watch. But if you don't know, if you're memorizing it, it can be very frustrating. But I mean, that's how it was back in the day. That's how they got your money from the arcades. It's alright. It's an alright game. I give it a 7 out of 10. Not great, but not bad at all. Next is a new Sid Meier's game that came out of nowhere, literally nowhere. It was announced the same day it came out, and I'm not joking. And that's Sid Meier's Ace Patrol. It's a flying game, which is very unlike Sid Meier's. Most of the time, he has some sort of strategy game, which this is kind of a strategy game. It's very maneuver based. You pick your nation, and then you choose the maneuvers that you do, and very turn based, very strategic, but not like a mass strategy like it is. And it does have like a hexagon tile, and that's very Sid Meier's esque. And you take over airspace basically, and you set up set up airports, and you basically just slowly try and take over the map. It's fun. It's good. It's not the best Sid Meier's game out there, but it's good. I also will give it a 7.5. Not good, not bad. Well, not fantastic, but not bad at all. It's good. Next is a game that's I haven't really heard about until just recently. It's called Shelter. It's a very artsy looking game. It looks like pieces of scrap paper, kind of like laid out on a piece of paper, you know. And you play as a badger character, and the whole point of the game is that you're looking for shelter, and the whole game's a lot like a storybook. But it's very cool, very artsy. And it's $10. It's a very nice little enjoyable story. Is it amazing? Not by any means, but is it still fun and cool? Yeah. So, yeah, another 7 out of 10 on my part. A lot of these games are just, like, alright on my radar. They're not good, not bad. Now, this game looked really cool when I first saw it, Contraption Maker. Now, this game works a lot like a piece of software like Flash or something, but what with pre-made objects, and you make contraptions to solve puzzles, but it is so in-depth and cool, and it's just now in early access, but it's really cool, it's really fun. There's a Steam Workshop support, so you can try out other people's contraptions, and machines, and it can get really detailed and crazy, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to mess with and tinker with. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Next is a game that really recently came out, and that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, which is based off of the third reboot of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it's okay. It's like your standard kind of like third-person platform, beat 'em up kind of thing. It's not. The 4-player co-op's fun, and this is and it does give a lot to the original Ninja Turtles, but it doesn't. It references back to the original Ninja Turtles a lot because this is an origin story, but it's not anything that is just amazing have to have. It's very just mediocre all around. I give it a 5 out of 10. I can see some people that really enjoy it, though. I'm looking here, and I think I have 3 more games to talk about. These are games that came out quite a while back, but I never got a chance to talk about. First one is Electronic Super Joy, which is a platformer, very difficult platformer at points. But I like it. It's fun. It's very Meat Boy-esque. There's not much to say about it. It's just a platformer. You're looking at screenshots, you just look it up on Steam and look at the screenshots. You can tell it's very Meat Boy-esque. You can also tell it's very hard. And it has a silhouette kind of graphic style, so it's just like a artsy looking Meat Boy, which isn't bad at all. The game's just all around solid. I give that an 8 out of 10 as well. No, the next game is Pixel Junk Monsters Ultimate, which is a tower defense game, and it's $20. And now here's my first problem. Seriously? A $20 tower defense game. I mean, in this day and age, when I can go and get Field Runners on iOS for, $5. And not to mention, it's a much better game. It's just, once again, mediocre. It's an in-depth tower defense game, and it's very... Yeah, and it can get fun at times, and it has all these Steam support. It has all this Steam support, like it has Steam achievements, it has full controller support, it has trading cards, it has all this stuff, trying to make it feel like you're getting more out of it than you really are. You're not really getting that much out of it, and that's why I'm going to go ahead and give it a 5 out of 10. It's just something that, it's a type of game that doesn't work well for $20 on Steam. I mean, really. Next is Speedrunners, and it's exactly how it sounds. It is, you are trying to do everything as fast as possible, and it is crazy. It's a co-op racing platformer, but it is also nuts. I think there's also some modes to play on your own as well. And, but it's crazy. It's so hectic, but it's fun. It is really fun. And, some of the platforming can get a little clunky at times, but besides that, it's alright. I'll end up giving Speedrunners a 6 out of 10. Next, I am, oh, we have more games. More games than I thought. Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3 more. I'm counting 3. Yeah, I think we have 3. Well, first is Skullgirls. This is a fighting game that originally came out for 360 and PS3 a while back, and it got a PC port, and it's good. It's really good, actually. The fighting is in-depth, it's fun, the graphics are good. I can see this game going into tournaments real soon. I think it could be the next Melty Blood in terms of small fighter to kind of to start big tournaments, you know. So I'll give Skullgirls an 8.5 out of 10 because it is pretty fun if you have friends to play with, of course. The next game is Divekick, another fighter. This is probably the first 2-button fighting game. That's right, 2 buttons. There's not even any moving. In Divekick, there's 2 buttons. There's a jump button and a kick button. You move around the screen by jumping and then kicking, and then you'll slide down and hit the ground. And how do you hit your opponent? You dive kick them. Basically, you hit them with one of your kicks, and one hit can take them down. Your health can go down real fast, and it gets really crazy, and it's fun to play with. It's fun to play with friends. Especially if you have the special Divekick controllers, which are just 2 big arcadey like buttons with a really nice press to them, so that you can get that kind of click, kind of, you know. But if you don't have the Divekick buttons, a 360 controller or even a keyboard works fine because it's 2 buttons. I mean, it's not like you have to deal with any movement. So yeah, there you go. 2 more games. These are from way back, these next 2. And I know this is a lot of games, but there's just been so many coming out. 2 more games. Some games I'm not going to be going over here that I've missed is Worms Clan Wars. It's just another Worms game. I won't be going over Betrayer. I won't be going over Catan. I won't be going over Dream. I won't be going over Might and Magic X Legacy. I won't be going over Sir, You Are Being Hunted, but I will be going over it after it's updated a few times out of early access. I will not be going over Hate Plus, and I will not be going over Ravaged Zombie Apocalypse. Alright, so these last 2 games I'm gonna do real fast are Gone Home and Full Mojo Rampage. I want to save Gone Home until last because I have a lot to say about it. But Full Mojo Rampage is a RPG kind of game, I guess, and it's kind of in the vein of Diablo. It's a 4-player co-op game, I believe. I only played it single player, but I'm pretty sure you can play it with your friends. Yeah, it is a 4-player co-op, and it's very Diablo-esque. It's fun, and it's a dungeon crawl, basically. It's just a dungeon crawl simulator 2013. But for $20, it's not bad. Playing with your friends is fun, and leveling up's fun. Everything's pretty fun about the game. So I'll end up giving Full Mojo a 7.5. Now Gone Home. This is the next indie hit, I guess you could say. It hasn't sold a lot, but it's been getting unreal praise. In Gone Home, you arrive home after being away for a year, and you think your family's gonna be there, but they're not, you know. So the whole point of the game is, where is everyone? And there's a lot of there's a lot of investigation, and it's all about your own wit. The game doesn't hold your hand very much. It just gives you this house and lets you rummage through stuff, and where do you think they are? You know, it's all about what you think, and it's probably one of the best love stories I've ever seen in a video game. And it makes you really reflect on your own life a lot. It's really a personal kind of experience, because you do look at yourself a lot more after. This game's very emotional, that's for sure. It's one of those games like uh, Walking Dead or something like that, where it's very emotional and there's a lot of pressure on the player. And this game is just so awesome. It's just it's definitely the best game out of this group of games that I've been reviewing here. It's just fun to play. It's emotional. You feel attached to the game. And no one saw this coming. No one was anticipating this game, and then it just comes out. It came out a while back. And all you do is explore, and yet the game's very emotional. Kind of like Dear Esther, in a way, or Esther, in a way. But it's just so emotional, and it's just so, it's just such a nice story, and that's what matters. It seems to be a theme in games nowadays, where story, it takes place over gameplay, which is alright. A really good story can make up for lackluster gameplay. And a great example of that is Bioshock Infinite. The story makes up for the combat that isn't awesome. The combat in Bioshock Infinite isn't stellar. It's good, but not stellar. So why do I still think the game is 10 out of 10? Because of the fantastic story. Because I love the story so much. That's why. So I think this game is the same way. The gameplay is not very there. It's kind of like a game like The Last of Us in that way, where there's more cutscene than there is gameplay, or more story than there is gameplay. Even though The Last of Us tells you a lot of story through gameplay, this game is a lot like it in that it's more of a story that you're just living than it is a game that you're playing for entertainment. It's like a interactive story, and it's just really cool. It's probably one of the better games to come out recently, and I'm gonna give Gone Home a 9.5 out of 10. It's almost perfect. Play it, guys. Seriously, it's awesome. If you've never heard of it, go check out the Steam. Go check out some other reviews. Go check out the trailers. Go check out Let's Plays, and pick up the game. Pick up the game. It's awesome. I mean, for $20, this is definitely worth it. It's probably one of the better experiences I've had this month with games, other than Saints Row 4. And that game, and I think that me playing this directly besides a game that just throws story out the window for pure gameplay helped a lot. Because I played this for story and emotion, and I played Saints Row 4 for absolute craziness and fun. So, I think that really helped. Well, guys, this is Javius. This has been, I guess, this is my part 2 of my August roundup. My next review is probably going to be Lost Planet 3, followed by Castlevania. So, I'll see you guys in those reviews.